Let's understand the essay paper, particularly with respect to the UPSC. What exactly is the pattern of the essay paper? So UPSC says that candidates may be required to write essays on multiple topics. That is what is mentioned in the UPSC syllabus. Only this. Initially, before I think 2015, I believe, you were asked to write only on only one essay in 3 hour time. Now, the case is that you have to write 2 essays in 3 hour time. Earlier, the essay paper was highly subjective. You are actually writing only one essay. If you get well in that paper, your score will be really high. If unfortunately the evaluator does not like your essay, you will get very low marks or average mark. Then that whole year will be lost, right? You will be losing out just because of the low marks in the essay paper. To reduce the uncertainty with respect to the essay paper, UPSC now introduced 2 essays. So even if your one essay does not go well, you have definitely chance to make it up in the next essay. So that is why 2 essays are there. But still, it is not easy to write good essays. But if you look at the UPSC syllabus, it has not mentioned that you have to write 2 essays. What is mentioned is that you candidates may be required to write essays on multiple topics. That is the only thing that is mentioned. So the current pattern based on the UPSC question paper is that you will be given 8 topics, out of which you will be asked to write on 2 essays. That does not mean that the time when you are going to write UPSC essay, the pattern will remain the same. UPSC can change the pattern. In the syllabus, it is what is mentioned is like this: multiple write essays on multiple topics. So when you are going to write a UPSC essay, there can be 3 essays, there can be 4 essays, it can be anything. But for last 4 or 5 years, the syllabus, the pattern remains the same, like 2 essays out of 8 topics. And this is what is mentioned. If you look at the UPSC syllabus, you can write, you can find the syllabus of the essay, but only very few lines are there. Only 3 or 4 lines. I have noted down what is mentioned in the syllabus in this slide. So this is what UPSC has mentioned. You're required to write essays on multiple topics, and the candidates will be expected to keep close to the subject of the essay, to arrange their ideas in an orderly fashion, and to write concisely. So these are the only thing UPSC has mentioned in the syllabus. You have to write in an orderly fashion. You have to write concisely. You have to write concisely in 10 to 12 pages, right? Yeah, that is what UPSC is expecting. And credit will be given for effective and exact expression. So this is what UPSC has mentioned in the syllabus. So what UPSC is looking for? Exact and effective expression. So that is very crucial. Even in interview also, this is crucial. For each of these particular concepts, there will be one particular term, that is the exact and effective expression. So you need to use such expressions corresponding to that in that particular place. So let me ask you, what do you understand by exact expression? So let me give you an example. What do you mean by fiscal consolidation? By one word, fiscal consolidation, you can the expression is very clear, exact. That means one particular thing. Instead of fiscal consolidation, if you are using any particular word, you need to write at least one paragraph to explain that particular idea. But if you know the word fiscal consolidation, that is the exact word which is needed in that particular place. Fiscal stimulus. Instead of fiscal stimulus, if you are saying that the government needs to spend a lot and things like that, but if you're placing the word fiscal stimulus at the right instance, you will be getting some credit, because the evaluator understands that you know the exact word for that particular concept. Understood? So that is why you should read newspapers. Then you will come across these particular crucial terms, the right terms which should use at the right time. That particular term should be used. That is another thing which UPSC as mentioned in the syllabus. Credit will be given for effective and exact expression. Okay. So let's start with the last year question paper. So you will have, clarity regarding what exactly UPSC, intends with the essay paper. So let's look at last year paper. So this is what is written on the question paper. You need to write 2 essays, choosing one topic, each from the following sections A and B, in about 1000 to 1200 words each. So there will be 2 sections, sections A and section B, and you have to write about 1000 to 1200 words. So let's say this is one A4 size paper. The UPSC question paper is not exactly an A4 size paper. It's slightly shorter than an A4 size paper and slightly broader than an A4 size paper. But for time being, let's assume that the question booklet, question come answer booklet is of A4 size paper, and you will be writing. So one page is supposed to be of 100 words, because on an average, in one line, you will be writing 5 words. So approximately you can write 20 lines in one sheet. That is the assumption. So if you're writing 20 lines and each line has 5 words, on a page you will be writing 100 words. So to write 1000 to 1200 words, how many pages you need to write? 10 to 12. So in mains, you will be writing a question come answer booklet. So there will be one booklet and there will be blank spaces left. So the blank spaces mostly will be like 13 pages. So you have to write at least 10 pages of that, at least 10, 10 to 12 pages. You can mostly leave one page in that question page booklet, but you have to write at least 10 to 12 pages. Some candidates without practice, what happens? They will end up in 5 or 6 pages. They will not have anything more to write. They will not get good marks because they have not completed the essay as per the expectations of the UPSC. And some candidates keep on writing. They will be finishing the 13 pages. That may be like crossing the limit, crossing the word limit. Ideally, you should end up in 10 to 12, which is the ideal case. So this is how that is calculated. So this you got an idea. So these were the essays in paper section A. Forest are best case studies for economic excellence. So just one line is given. You have to expand it and make it into 10 to 12 pages. Poets are unacknowledged legislatures of the world. History is a series of victories won by the scientific man over the romantic man. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not what a ship is for. These are all the essays in paper 1. Can you write even one page on this? Forget about 10 to 12 pages, but can you write one page? Let's look at section B. Whether we can see whether section B is easy or not. This is section B. The time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. You cannot step twice in the same river. Smile is the chosen vehicle for all ambiguities. Just because you have a choice, it does not mean that any of them has to be right. So this is how the essay comes now. These are mostly philosophical in nature. In both sections, essays have become philosophical because it's not directly testing your knowledge. In earlier days, it was comparatively easy. Some of the essays at least could have been answered with your knowledge. But now it's not directly testing your knowledge. It's mostly philosophical, and unfortunately, philosophy as a subject, we are not very accustomed to, right? Most of the candidates will be engineers, doctors, or even those from arts and science streams. They may not be masters of philosophy. And the question topics in both sections, section A and section B, most of them has some connection with philosophy, or it may be some, quotes of some experts, mostly thinkers, to some extent philosophical thoughts, or it can be some proverbs as well, but mostly philosophical. So it's tough. You need to be trained to write philosophical essays. You need to start reading some philosophy as well. That is also a requirement now. Then only you will be able to write good essays. We'll see how to write a philosophical essay. But for time being, this is last year topic. So there is nothing like fancy which I have taken from anywhere. This is the exact UPSC question paper of last year.